This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening. So in last class we discussed regarding the VLOOKUP with a match function, a range VLOOKUP, nested VLOOKUP. So we'll continue with the lookup functions. Okay, do you have any query regarding last class? So whatever that our function is there, no? So I'll discuss at the end of the session. Okay. Am I audible to you guys? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So at least say yes or no. Fine. So today we are going to discuss with the VLOOKUP with error function. Okay. So I'll take one data here. Fine. I'll delete it. So what I will do, so I'll use a normal VLOOKUP first. So as we discuss equals to VLOOKUP, the lookup value is salesman ID, comma, table array. So whenever we are working on this VLOOKUP, we are selecting a particular table here. So when I select the table, okay, so I'm selecting the table here, comma, column index number, comma, and the
Ma'am,
range
excuse
VLOOKUP.
me.
Just click. Yes,
Should
ma'am.
we, can we write this data?
Already yesterday's data only, no? Salesman ID, salesman product zone, and sales. Same data is there, no? Continue with the same table, no? Otherwise, just copy it and paste it in the another sheet and you continue with the work. Fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Chalo. You'll copy paste it. I'll give 1 minute of time to you.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second.
Okay. Done?
On 1 minute.
Okay. One minute. Then we'll continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now, so every time we are using a VLOOKUP, just listen to me first. After that, we'll work with this. So I'm using here equals to VLOOKUP. Lookup value is salesman ID. Okay. And when it comes to your table array, so what we are doing, we are selecting only the particular table. Okay. So sometimes when we add any of the data here, like 1011, so we added some data, it will not accept it here. So I'll just show with the normal formula equals to VLOOKUP, lookup value, comma, table array, comma. So column index number 2, and I'll take I want exact match 0. Click on enter button. So see here, if I try to give here 1011, it will not accept it. Okay, if I try here 1011, I'll take a RAM and the data I'll go for the I'll take a Bangalore. So it is not accepting here because particularly we selected only the 10 rows of table. You can see here 10 rows of table we have selected. So instead of that, what I will do, I'll use equals to, listen to me carefully first. We lookup value. So lookup value is salesman ID, comma, table array. Selecting a particular table, I'll select the 4 column, the entire column. So one column, 2, 3, 4. You can see here. I'm selected the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 columns. The whole column we selected. Any doubt regarding the selection of your columns?
No,
Instead of
ma'am.
selecting a fine, comma, column index number, I'll take it as a 0. Sorry, 2, comma. I want exact match, so I'm using here 0. Close the bracket, enter. See now when I change with 1011, RAM is there. So I'll add some more data here. 102. I'll select it and drag it. I'll add Sham, Pankaj, Tarun. Fine. Now if I change with 1015, enter, you can see here it is showing Manu because we selected the columns. Now if I type any one of the another which is not there in your table, if I type here 1021, you can see here it is showing not applicable. So instead of that, okay, I want to show some value there. Okay, instead of not applicable, I want to set a one word there, so the data not found or a invalid. So like that, when I give the invalid salesman ID, so it has to give the some particular word. So for that purpose I am using here if error. So when I use a if error here, so it will display the particular sentence or the word. So I'll just show with that. I'm using a equals to if error. Okay, I'm using a equals to if error, after opening the bracket, I'm using here VLOOKUP function equals to if error, open the bracket, VLOOKUP function. Same function I'm going to apply here. Lookup value is salesman ID, comma, table array, I'll select the columns here, comma, column index number is 2, comma, 0. This is my VLOOKUP function. Okay, till VLOOKUP function is there, comma, if the given the data is error, okay, invalid, so what it has to display with a double quotation, I'll type here instead of invalid data, I'll take it as a data not found with a double quotation. So when you have given the invalid data, it has to show me data not found. Any doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Enter. So now you can see a 1021 data not found. If I change with the 1006, it will display the data for you. When I give the invalid salesman ID, if I take it as a 1016, automatically it will show you the data not found. So this is how we use the if error with lookup function. Fine. Next, we'll go for multi-table lookup function. Fine. Give me 1 minute. I'll just change with the. So I have some data for the. So till okay, now we discuss with the only one table. Okay. So when you have one table, how to use a V lookup. Now when you have a multiple table with a different okay bill number, product quantity and the product and the quantity, okay, you need a time to enter the data or we'll continue with the class.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second. Typing the date.
Ma'am, please give 2 minutes to enter.
Okay. Oh, 1 minute pa.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So now I have a three tables here. So what I will do, I'll give one name for this. Okay, any name for this. So I'll take it as a selector table one. I'll go to the formulas. I'll define a name. So I'll take it as a A1, or you can take it as a data one or whatever you want. So I'll take it as a data one. Okay. Second, I'll select the second table. I'll go to the define name. I'll take a data 2 or table 2. So after this, I'll select a third table. I'll go to the define name. I'll take a data 3 and enter. Okay, so after defining the name for each table, now you can see here I have a bill, product, quantity. Okay, so here we have a bill in the first table 1 to 10, second table 11 to 20, excuse me, bill table 3 21 to 30. So whenever I select any one of the bill here, automatically it has to display the data for me. So every time whenever we are working in a VLOOKUP, we'll have only one table. Now we have a multiple table. So how to use a VLOOKUP when you have a multiple table? Okay. So first I'll explain with the product, then I'll explain with the quantity. Okay. Listen to me with the first product, then you work on quantity. I'll use equals to VLOOKUP equals to VLOOKUP, and same lookup value is bill number. Lookup value is bill number. I'll fix it. Okay. Lookup value is bill number. I'll fix it. Comma. Okay. Now we have a three tables. We can't select the three tables at a time because in between we have a extra columns and all those things are there. So now what I will do, I'll use a one condition, one more condition, that is if. I'll use a if. Open the bracket. My logical test is, so what is my logical test? If the bill number, logical test is if the bill number is less than or equals to first table. What is the first table last bill number? 1010, comma, value if true. So I'll select the data 1. Any doubt?
Ma'am, can you explain it once?
Equals to VLOOKUP. Lookup value is bill number. I want to know about this bill number. I'll fix it by pressing F4, comma. Now I can't select different tables. Okay, we have a three tables. We can't select at a time. So what I will do, I'll use a one extra formula called as if. Already we learned about a if, comma, if, open the bracket. So I have to give the logical test here. My logical test is if the bill number, okay, if you want, you can fix it, no issues regarding that. If the bill number is less than or equals to, if the bill number is less than or equal to the first table last bill number, okay, that is 1010. This is my logical test. If the selected bill number is less than or equals to first table last row, that is 1010, comma, so I have to select the table. So instead of selecting the table, we have given the name for my table. So I'll take it as a data 1. Any doubt? Fine. Comma. Same thing I'm going to use here, another if condition. If the selected bill number, if you want you can fix it. If the selected bill number is less than or equals to, in the second table what is the last bill number? 1020. If the selected bill number is less than or equals to 1020, comma, so you have to select the table 2. Okay, so I'm selecting the table 2, comma, so we have one more table, so I'm using here if the selected bill number, is less than or equal to 1030. If the selected bill number is less than or equals to 1030, comma, so data 3. So data 3, nothing but table 3 we have to select. So after giving, if you have one more table, you can continue with the same formula. If the selected value or the bill number is less than or equals to a bill number, okay, comma, select the next table. So we have used here if 3 times, 1, 2 and 3 times. So I'll close with the 3 brackets here, 1, 2, 3. So after all these things, I'll use a comma. So in the table, product is in the second column. So I'm using here column index number is 2, comma. I need an exact match. So exact match stand for 0. I'll close the bracket. Click on enter option. You can see here LED 1022 LED is there. So if I change with any of the other tables, I'll take it as a 1007 HDD, 100 HDD. If I take any one of this, so I'll take it as a 1019 LED, 1019 LED. So if I take it as a 1029 SST, 1029 SST. Okay, so this is how we use the VLOOKUP when you have a more than one table. So again I'm going to explain it to you. Listen to me carefully. Equals to VLOOKUP. Lookup value is bill number. I'll click on, if you want you can fix and comma. Table array. Table array, when you have one table you can select a one table. So we have more than one table. So for that purpose I'm using here if function. If the logical test is if the bill number is less than or equals to, so table 1 last bill number is 1010, comma, if you want to manually you can select the table, otherwise already we have given the name for the table, you can type the name, comma, if, again I'm using a if because we have a another table. If the logical test, what is the logical test? If the bill number is less than or equal to, the second table last bill number is 1020, comma, you have to select the second table, comma. Next, if the bill number is less than or equals to 1030, comma, so we have to select the third table. So I'll close with the 3 brackets because if we have used 3 times, 1, 2, 3, comma. So we'll complete it with our if condition. Then the remaining is lookup. So column index number in the every table, quantity is in the third column. So I'm using here 3, comma. I want exact match, so I'm using here 0, close the bracket. Exact match 0, close the bracket. enter. So you can see here 1209 SST 98. If I change with 1002 1002 LCD 25, if I change with 1015 keyboard 25. So like this you can use a VLOOKUP function when you have more than one table. Fine.
Ma'am, can you just click on 25 once? I just want to see the formula. Done, ma'am. Got it.
Fine. So these are all about your VLOOKUP. Okay. So then the next thing I'll go for the HLOOKUP. Okay, which stand for horizontal. Okay, same formula. Okay, so H stand for horizontal. When you have a large amount of a data and you're looking for a specific information row wise. Okay, so when you're looking the specific information row wise, so in that time we are using the H lookup. So I'll take any one of the data here. Fine, I'll just so you can see here I have some data here. I'll add something else here. So if you want, I'll give some period of time to you. You can enter the data. Once you completed with your entering the data, let me know. We'll continue. Then
1 minute, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
fine. So I have a data in a column wise. This is very important. Listen to me carefully. So I have a data in a column wise. So when you have a data in a column wise, when you want to convert this data into a row wise, okay, when you want to convert your data into a column to row wise, I'll explain it twice. Listen to me carefully. So what I will do, I'll select this data. I'll select the table or the data. I'll use Control C. So Control C is used for copy. So I'll click on this plus option. You within sheet also you can paste it. I'll select the cell. Okay, but the data is in the column wise. I want to convert into a row wise. You have the option here pop-up button. In a home, paste is there, pop-up button is there. So in that you have the option here transpose. What do you have option? In a paste, you have the option transpose. So when you click on this transpose, you can see here your data is converted into a row wise. Your data is converted into a row wise. Okay, this is a use of transpose. So I'll explain it once. So sheet 1, I have a column wise data. I want to convert this into a row wise data. So I'm selecting the data. Okay, so after selecting the data, I'll use Control C to copy. Within the sheet also you can insert. Okay, so I want a new sheet, so I'll go to the sheet 2. I'll select a cell. In a home tab, paste option is there. So pop-up button is there. You have the option here transpose. Transpose is used to convert your data row into a column or vice versa. So I'll just click on this transpose. Now you can see here your data is converted into a column to row. Instead of typing it again and again, you can use transpose option. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So here I have a data in a row wise. So I'm using here H lookup. So when H lookup is nothing but horizontal, when you have a large amount of a data and you are looking for a specific information row wise, so in that time we are using the H lookup. Same formula, guys. So before that I'll give a name for my table. So I'll select a table. After selecting a table, I'll go to the formulas, define name. I'll give a name as a table 1 or the so after that here I want to know the salary about NICT 101005. So I'm using here H lookup because I have my data column wise. So I'm using here, sorry, I have my data in a row wise equals to H lookup. lookup value. So I'm selecting the lookup value, comma, table array. So instead of selecting the table, so I'll take it as already I have given a name. So I'll take it as a table 1, comma, row index number. In the entire table, salary in which row? In the table, salary in which row, guys?
4.
So you can type here 4, comma. So of course here also we have the same thing, approximate match and exact match. So I'm using here 0, which is exact. So I'll just close the bracket, click on enter option. What happened? One minute, guys. Entire table. 9, fine. Table 1, comma 40. Everything is correct. NICT. Sorry. Here we have, I have given here 100. So take it as 105. Now you can see here. So 105, 1,50,000. So I'll explain it once. It is similar to your VLOOKUP here, but we are using H. So equals to H lookup. Lookup value is NICT 105, comma, table array. So we have given the name for that. Table 1, comma. So location is in which row?
Five.
And I need a exact match. So I'm using here 0. So just close the bracket, click on enter button. Now you can see a 105. This is the salary and the location. If I change with any of the things, so here I'll go for 35,000 Mumbai, 35,000 Mumbai. If I change with 10 45,260 Pune, Pune. So same formula we are using. Any doubt regarding your H lookup? Fine then. Now, so I'll use a one formula here. Okay, that is equals to VLOOKUP. Lookup value is employee ID, comma, table array is the entire table, comma, column index number, designation is in the third column, comma, 0. I'll close the bracket and enter. Normal formula, guys. Now listen to me. When in the entire table, if I add one more column here, okay, if I take it as a one more column, can you see here? Instead of designation, what you are getting? Names. So if I add a one more column, you're getting 0. Okay. So when you insert a extra column, so you'll get the wrong output. So for that purpose, so we are going to learn one more formula, that is X lookup. What it is? It is X lookup. So when you add a extra column or a row, okay, it will not affect to that particular column. So we'll try with this. If you didn't understand, let me know. I'll explain it once. I'll use equals to X lookup, value. So I'll select the lookup value, comma. So here, instead of selecting the entire table, you have the lookup array option is there. So I'll select the employee ID as a lookup, lookup array, comma, return array. So designation you have to select. Lookup array is employee ID. Return array is your designation. So select the designation column. So just close the bracket,
Ma'am,
enter.
excuse me.
Yes, pa.
When I wrote is equal to X lookup, I
Hmm.
didn't get any formula.
And the thing is, if it is your old version, the Excel is old version, you don't get the option X lookup. You will get only V and H. If it is 2021, you have the option X lookup.
So if I work now, I won't be getting the value.
Hmm. You don't get that X lookup formula only.
Okay.
Okay, just understand the concept. So otherwise, you just update with the new version, then you can work. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo. Now, see here, when I click on this enter, designation is MD, 104 MD. If I try to give the extra column here, so I'll give a extra column here. Any changes in your designation, guys? On right side, you can see here. You can see here, you're getting the same thing. When I double click on the, automatically it will select the lookup array with the, it will not change here. You can see here, designation, CSC, everything is there. Fine. When you add an extra column or a row, it will not affect any of the data or the output. So this is how we use the X lookup. Got it, or can I explain it once? Fine, then I'll continue. So you can use it for when you add an extra column to a particular table. So the next one is, I'll go for the same thing. I'll use NICT 105. So as we discussed, if error. So I'll use equals to VLOOKUP. Lookup value is employee ID, comma, table array. So instead of selecting the, 1 minute. Okay, fine. So when you have if error we are using, so I'm using equals to if error value is, so before that we'll go for the VLOOKUP. Lookup value is this, comma, table array. Instead of selecting a particular table, I'll select the whole column. Okay, comma, column index number is, names is in the second, comma, I'll use a 0, I'll close the bracket. If the value is not proper, so it has to display invalid. I'll close the bracket, and as we discussed. Okay, so if I change with any of the things here. 1 1 1. So it is displaying as a invalid. So what we are doing here, we are adding a one more formula to this VLOOKUP. So I'll just show with this. I'll copy it, I'll paste it. I'll use NICT 101. Fine. Equals to X lookup, equals to X lookup, lookup value. So lookup value is employee ID. Lookup array, I'll select the employee ID. Lookup array is employee ID, comma, return array. So return array, I'll select the names. Return array is select the names. After this, you have the option here, if not found. Okay, if whatever the employee ID is there, if not found, so what you have to type there. So I'll use a, with a double quotation, I'll type it as data not found. Data not found. I'll close the bracket, enter. So if I take any of the data here, so 115, it will display you as a data not found. So instead of using the another function with the help of a X lookup, so you can add it here when the data or the given data is invalid. So I have to display data not found. So not only this one, whatever the word you want or the sentence you want, you can insert it. Fine. Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
At least say yes or no. If you didn't understand, let me know. I'll explain it once. Fine, then we'll continue. Now, so I'll just delete the whole entire thing. I'll copy it, I'll paste it. So every time what we are using, when I drag this, so we'll get a lot of errors are there. So for that purpose, I'm using the match function there. So here, so instead of using a match function, you can use a X lookup. So equals to X lookup. The lookup value is this, comma, lookup array. So select the lookup array here, comma, return array. Instead of selecting a particular column, select the remaining columns. Select the remaining columns. Just close the bracket, enter. You can see here. Automatically it will display the remaining, whatever the headings are there, that it will display the data for you. So if I take it as a 8 Satish manager 32 Hubli. So you can use this X lookup. Okay. So these are the lookup functions. So we discuss we discuss VLOOKUP with a match function, range VLOOKUP, nested VLOOKUP. Then when you have a multiple tables, if error. After that we discuss regarding the H lookup and X lookup. So you guys work on these things. If you have any query, let me know. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So someone has told me that how to calculate the number of hours. So I'll give one small example. I'll go for a employee name. That person name is Gayatri. You are there, ma? So I'll go for login and log out. Here I'll go for number of hours. So login, I'll go for login timing of this person. I'll go for so office start at 10 o'clock. So I'll give the option here. So 10 semicolon 15. He log in at 15 seconds. Okay, so again I'll go for Shams logins at 9.
No need of to type as AM or PM, ma'am.
I'll tell you,
Normally.
you type these things, I'll tell you after this. Okay, how to
Yeah,
convert this
ma'am.
in. Yeah, so 55 he logins. After that beams, I'll go for he 10 5 he logins. This person login at 10:30. This is log out. So office timing is 10 to 6. So I'll give it as a he log out at, so it should be in the 24 format, guys. So I'm using here 15 16, fine, 18 35, fine. Here he log out at 17 58 00. Beam log out at 19. So Arjun log out at 16 18 45 00. Now, with the help of this number format, we'll convert into AM to PM. So I'll select it. I'll go to this option. So already we discussed for the previous class. So I'll directly go to the time option. You can select any one of the format here. After selecting the format, any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Fine then. Click on OK button. Now you can see a AM to PM. So now I want to calculate the number of hours that these people work for Monday. So I'll use the one formula here, equals to normal formula. So I'll use log out time minus login time. Log out time minus login time. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Enter. Select it and drag it. The thing is, it is displaying in the AM PM like that. So what I will do, I'll select this, click on this pop-up button. You have the option here custom. What do you have? You have the option here custom. You have the option here HMM, nothing but hour and minute. So convert your data into a hour and the minute. Fine, or can I
Yes,
explain
ma'am.
it one? Okay, fine. Just click on this OK button. Can you see here? He worked 8 hours 20 minutes, 8 hours 3 minutes, 8 hours 55, and the remaining this. This is how we calculate the number of hours when you have a login and log out.
Okay, mom. Thank you, mom.
Okay. So when you are going to submit me assignment of lookup function, guys, if you are using the latest version like 21 and the Office 365, you'll get the X lookup. Okay, you just understand the concept. If you don't have that formula, okay, the person who are using the latest version, they have to prepare me a report or the Excel workbook and send it to me. I'll check it and I'll get back to you. Fine. Chalo. Do you have any query regarding whatever we have discussed for the lookup function? V lookup, H lookup, X lookup. If you want, I'll explain it once. If you have any query regarding any of the point.
Ma'am, I'm trying to do multi-table lookup, but it's not working.
Is it? Can I explain it once?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So equals to V lookup. The lookup value is bill number. I'll fix it. If you want, you can fix it, comma. So table array. So the next, when you have one table, you can select a table. So we have a more than one table. So I'm using here one condition, that is if open the bracket, if the selected bill number, select the bill number, if the selected bill number is less than or equals to, if the selected bill number is less than or equals to, okay, first table last bill number is 1010, so I'm using here 1010. Fine till here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So select the first table, select the first table. If the selected bill number is less than or equal to 1010, select the first table. If you want, you can fix it, comma. Excuse me. If again I'm using the if condition, if the selected bill number, if the selected bill number is less than or equals to, second table last bill number is 1020, 1020, comma, select the whole table. Okay, if you want, you can fix it. It is not mandatory to fix. If you want, you can fix it. Next, comma, if if the selected value is less than or equals to, and the third table last bill number is 1030, comma, select the third table. If you want, you can fix it. So here we used if function 3 times, 1 2 3. So I'll close with a 3 closing brackets, 1 2 3. Fine.
Yes, mom.
Comma, column index number. You want to know about this product, no? So in the each table, product is in the second table, so sorry, second column. So I'm using here 2. The column index number is 2 because product is in the second column for each table. Use 0. 0 stand for exact match. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Close the bracket, enter. So you can see a 1002 LED. So if I change with any of the data here, so one I'll take it as a 12. You can see a mouse. Got it?
Ma'am, for fixing the cell, we use F4, right?
Yeah.
But it's not working in the laptop.
You use function F4 if it is not working.
Okay, ma'am.
You got the answer?
Ma'am, I'll try and see, ma'am.
Okay, pa, no issues. So other people work on these lookup functions. So if you have any query, let me know in the tomorrow's class. Fine. Don't log out. I'll take our attendance.